Hello, historical people. Just a quick one. English longsword bollocks again. Running through, or I've been playing around in sparring with the idea of a double round being something different to what I thought. Okay, I've been under the impression, like a lot of us are, that the rounds are attacks that go round, whether that look like a zerkel, whether that look like just a round attack, whatever. There's a lot of evidence to suggest that a round definitely could be an attack. But again, in my exploration here, I'm just playing around with different variables, swapping stuff out and seeing how it works, if it works for me, that kind of thing. So instead of an attack, I've been playing around with the idea of a double round just being a type of moulinette, but not a moulinette like this that we were thinking previously. However, something more along the lines of this, if take the first man that wall play, we'll start with a full stroke, okay? So the full stroke, I'm striking all the way through. Sorry, we start with a hawk, don't we? A hawk, when we look to let a roll, the first one's full stroke, blah, 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 whatever. If I hack or hawk, okay, let's just assume that I'm cutting all the way through, okay? Full stroke, I will definitely be cutting all the way through. My double round is this maneuver. I just let that come round. I'm doing it on the double. I'm doing it very quickly. And I just come here. I did put a little short up of me doing it in sparring, or a decent one that captured me doing it in sparring where it worked. So you can check that out if you want. But yeah, basically what this gives you, it's kind of fun. I like it anyway. So if that's there, it comes up. Okay, puts you into an ox position type of thing. From there, so I've come up a quarter blow. So a blow with just my, made just with the hands, works really goddamn well. Okay. The one thing I've not really been able to do in sparring is chain the whole first play together, which that just is what it is. Sparring is a live event. You can't force your opponent to just play the game you want to play. But I've been getting closer, making a few mistakes and all that sort of thing. Namely, when I send that out, as I'm doing the double round, I should be making three feet outwards and as many homewards. Whether that is the case of, so as I'm doing that, it's a big step and a sort of pivot to put myself on a different line of attack, okay? Or whether that's this way, which actually opens up my quarter angle. And to me, that would be the more beneficial one. So I'm hawk coming up there, and I'm stepping with my back leg out. So 3 feet, 3 feet, 3 feet outward, okay? And as many homeward. As I make that pivot step, I throw the quarter. That's kind of where I'm at with that. And then the hawk snatch bit, that gets a bit funky. I've not really worked that one out in this situation yet. But boom, pivot stepped. Obviously, I should do that all at the same time. And then from here, a kind of hawk snatch is either going to be coming back or coming back whilst performing an attack. Again, not fully worked it out. Let me just roll through it, see what feels natural. So bang, like that, just snatching it back so that I'm in the defensive position as a cock step. That feels kind of cool. Or bang, something like this. But then that would ruin your footwork and it wouldn't really translate to the cock step. Other feet round, just devil's advocate. So if I'm there, I just naturally want to fucking do that. So outward, homeward, then with the other feet round. If I'm cock stepping, maybe I could do another strike. That's it. It feels clumsy as fuck. But I'm thinking something like I've all said strike or something, but it doesn't really make sense to do that. I think kind of the most beneficial in that situation. So I've lured you in, defended myself, struck. Now I'm on the defensive. It makes the most sense to me personally, anyway, to just get the fuck out of dodge. So from the side, bang, bang, and then I'm just snatching out, okay? Obviously, it does say then lay it down by the foot. So I don't know if that is like a reverse hawk, maybe something like that. So we're ending the play, but I've ended it on the retreat. So I would fucking, so boom, 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 and then I'm just snatching that back and stopping the play, something a bit like that. Those are my thoughts on it at the minute anyway. Like I say, playing with sparring that little bit, so this first cut, really cool to like, obviously it's threat, so that threat. Then there's this little period here before my round makes it to its position, to its pendant, where I'm open, okay? So if and obviously you're doing this, at least I'm doing this, out of distance. So I'm not actually hitting you with that attack. Then it gives you a window. So you're going to push forward, or you're going to be thinking, okay, what's he up to? By that point, my sword's back in a defensive posture. And then as soon as anything happens, I unwind that into just a normal quarter blow. And then I disappear. Now, in the sparring that I did yesterday, or most recently, I've not been doing the cock steps, not been doing the retreats, not been doing the hawk quarter or anything like that. And I've not actually been doing the pivot step to the outside. So, you know, as I say, I'm not pulling off the full play, the full whatever, but I'm using pieces of it and I'm building on it. Hopefully one day I'll be able to pull the full sequence off in that kind of, under that theory bracket. So we'll see. I do actually really like it. It does make a lot of sense if we're looking at hawks and then double rounds. It does make sense how that would look in some of the other things where you're doing 2, 3 double hawks. I don't know. You'll end up just doing a lot of feinting, or you're just spinning it around a lot, which I don't really know if that's truly applicable for all of them. Something I need to look into and something I need to play with. It's a fun little idea. So hopefully you can have some fun with it too. Yeah, bit of a ramble on that, but you know, I've got to work through these thoughts somehow. So unfortunately, you're subject to them. Anyway, hopefully helpful. See you in a bit.